Go over here. Chauncey Billups, there's no thought of him getting fired, and a bunch of the players have like said their support for him. And that's my thought right here with you. What are your thoughts on Chauncey Billups, and do you think they should fire him? And what do you think as a whole? I just think the GM that hired him was fired 5 months into his first season. Then there's been a whole new like front office that's came in during his tenure. Like he's basically dealt with so much adversity that like normal coaches wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he will get fired, but he shouldn't be fired. The just if you want to know why the Blazers suck, look at their roster and especially look at their bench, and you'll have your answer right there. It has nothing to do with Chauncey Billups. It's a disgrace and embarrassment to Damian Lillard. Um, Cam Reddish and Matisse Thybulle are like good in theory, but those are not guys who are going to impact enough wins to get you back into the playoffs. They're tanking right now. It's clear as they should be tanking. And I would look to ownership, actually, first off, which they're probably not going to do, and rather than Chauncey, and I'd make the proper adjustments in the offseason. I think Damian Lillard will request a trade, and I think Damian Lillard eventually won't be a Blazer, which is perfectly fine. I'm kind of getting sick of this, whole, I want to stay. Like, it's lost art in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. It could go either way. Like, nobody's forcing Dame to stay. No one's forcing Dame to leave. Like, it's just whatever you want, you can do. But they got to
Do yeah.
start with roster tweaks. Like, Anthony Simons is not it as far as being a backcourt with Damian Lillard, and I think that's where I'd start.
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely something to look at because I mean Jeremy Grant, I think you want to keep, but I think Anthony Simons is a guy that I wouldn't be surprised if they move on from. Nothing against him. It's just that let's just stop with the small guard next to Damian Lillard. Well, like
Yeah.
what's with the fascination of small guard? We've talked about this before. They have the blueprint with the Golden State Warriors. With Steph Curry, they should be setting up the team exactly like the Warriors. Get a 6'7" shooting guard next to Damian Lillard, like Klay Thompson has been for the entirety of Steph's career. It'll help out defensively. And I've never understood their lack of desire to do that. And I think, yeah, no, I think this is a team that they got to go into this offseason and, really try to, build a roster that makes sense. Because they have a few pieces, but then the rest is a crapshoot.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do it. The good news is Simon's a dog, and he's a bucket. So hopefully you can get enough of what you need there, and then get creative and crafty with your money. I agree with Jeremy Grant.
I think you
I don't
keep them.
I don't think he'll be back,
You
unfortunately.
you know,
I don't. I yeah. I don't. I don't know. I don't think so. But what do I know? It's just tough, man. I don't even know how you fix this team. To be honest with you, I wouldn't
yeah.
even know where to start outside of a better defensive guard. I don't need a Tony Allen at two, but that's all their issues stem on defense.
Yeah, and it's just I just want this team to just be good, and for Damian Lillard's sake, I think that's where we're at. We just want it for Dame, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wish him the best of luck. We've been doing this for like a decade, so it's starting to get a little old to me. I don't think their ownership is properly equipped to really know what needs to be done. So I'm not. I'll be optimistic about it, but I'm not. I don't know. I thought this was a 50-win team.
Yeah, so did
Prove me
I.
wrong. It's disappointing. I think it's just the best way to describe it. So hopefully they get a top draft pick, and you can go from there, just like
Mhm.
last year. Because Shaden he's a beast. He's got a very bright future. So
Yeah, no, I think this team. That's the other thing. They have assets. Like they're gonna have a good pick in this year's draft. They have Shaden Sharp. They have Anthony Simons. Like they have the assets to make a trade for a superstar.
yeah,
Like
we'll
with
see what
sign
superstar it's gonna be.
Yeah, like Simon's contract is big enough to trade for a superstar. Then you have the Shaden Sharp and a lottery pick. Combine that's a superstar offer package, trade package.
Yeah, Shaden leaving, it's depressing.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Boy got bounce.
yeah, boy got hella bounce, but it's just being realistic about what might need to be done, and what.
Yeah, it's gonna depend on, like, what does Portland actually view their future as far as Damian Lillard is concerned. Like, if we make
Exactly.
this trade, do we have a legitimate plan to fill out the rest of our roster? Or is that something we're just gonna, fingers crossed, figure out? Is that a move, honestly, with our franchise right now that we want to make? Like, do we think this gives us the best chance? Does it screw up our future? Yeah.
Yeah, no, it brings
Feel bad
up
for my Blazers.
Yeah, and we just want to see Dame in the playoffs because every time Dame's ever been in the playoffs, it's been freaking amazing. Okay, maybe that's me being selfish, but I just want, it to be Dame time, and I don't feel like we've seen Dame time in a while. So that's where I'm at with this, and I don't know what. I don't know where else I could go with that, but let's just move on to. Ooh, okay. This team actually, what is their future? Can they be good? And I think they have a core, and they have the trade package for stuff. And Miles Bridges might come back.